Welcome to Mural Mania. Okay, I've lost track. Christina, you're gonna have to tell us how many we've got in Wayne County because I've lost track. What that? Christine, yeah.
I think you have over 39.
39? Okay, well, we got 2 more we're working on. So this all started in 2007 with Winston's Dream, where 250 people came in. And I never in my wildest imagination thought we'd be at 39 to 40 murals already. And it's been an incredible journey along the way. And many of you that I see out there faces were there the day we put up Winston's Dream, including Stuart Smart out there.
Andy Miller.
Yeah, we can go back to 1990 for our first mural in Lyons, which is at McDonald's. We painted it over in 2010, and Bev helped with that one and some other folks. And it's interesting, today I was going through the drive-thru and there was 2 people from Connecticut that were looking at the mural. I rolled down my window and said, you got to stop out here and see these murals. And they were actually driving around to some of the other ones. So the economic impact of tourism is huge for these murals because it's a window into our incredible history here. And on this one, we took a little different path. They wanted an Erie Canal boat, but we needed dogs and cats, and we just came up with this idea of having people sponsor them. So it led to we thought maybe we'd have 25 dogs and cats on here. Then once the word got out, Bev says she's paid 119, so it's probably about 135 dogs and cats in this mural, and they're still being added. Yeah, we haven't even sealed it. We got a few odds and ends to put on this. But this has been special. I'd like to thank the Wayne County Humane Society for sponsoring this mural for us. And one of the things that we're doing is giving half the proceeds from our artists that got sponsored to the Wayne County Humane Society. So that's a great fundraiser. So we have to count them up to get the check with it, okay? I'm not sure how much it is, but so again, welcome everybody, and I'd like to invite the director of the Wayne County Humane Society, Mark Schreider, up here now, who called me about a year ago about this mural.
So actually it was exactly 1 year ago, June 18th of 2021. Sorry, I rolled quite a bit. I'll be quick because I know everybody's got another place to go this afternoon. So, thank you for coming today to the formal dedication of this beautiful mural. Thank Mark and Mural Mania artists that have put this together. Spent so much time making sure that it looked as good as it does. I also like to thank our board members. We have a number of them here today for their dedication, vision, compassion. We wouldn't be here today if it weren't for them. Of course, our employees. Most of them are up there on the hill. So if we could see them all up there, so they make my job easy. They're the heart and soul of this organization, and we really appreciate everything they do, especially for getting ready for this today. Christine Worth is here today. She's director of tourism for Wayne County. Thank you, Christine. I'd also like to thank Senator Helming for being here. Senator Helming is a true friend of homeless animals in New York State. She provided tremendous support, was a major force in our ability to renovate and rehabilitate our dog holding facility. She's also been a champion for animal-related legislation recently. She's supported some very important legislative bills in Albany. Companion Animal Capital Fund, Puppy Mill Pipeline Bill, and companion animal care and standards for shelters and rescues. So thank you for all of your support, for being here, and for all you do for the animals in New York State. Not just here in Wayne County, but all this. So it was exactly 1 year ago today, I sent Mark to Cracker an email, and I said, I have a question.
Oh, do I need another rock?
It's rocking and rolling out here.
Yes, it is.
would you be interested in painting a mural on a shed that we have here at the shelter? Since the new road opened, our yellow storage shed is quite visible at the corner of County House and a new access road close to 31. Mark's response. I'm sure we'll be able to do something. I will share it with our team. I'll drive by and take a look. At that point on, it was, Mark, you're an amazing man, and you just ran with this thing, and not sure where your energy comes from, but I wish we could bottle some of that. Fortunate to have forged some new friendships with everybody from Mural Mania and Mark during this process. So, the shelter opened in 1990. Been here for 32 years. Nearly 40,000 lost, stray, and abused animals have passed through these doors. Just imagine if they had no place to go. So, with that, I'm going to pass it on to, I believe, Christine is next, right? So, thank you.
I just have a few quick things to say. First of all, as soon as the Humane Society had their painted vehicle, I remember giving Mark a hard time that I couldn't understand why it wasn't my cat that was on that. And he said, we can't please everyone. So as soon as Mark DeCracker told me about this project, I was thrilled about it. And I think I bothered him constantly about how quickly could we get my cat on board. And Peanut is sitting down there on the rock, and my story is one day I came over at lunchtime because I work in Lions and picked out my cat and very nicely went home and just told my husband that I think I found something that I should bring home. And the next day I was here filling out my application. So Mark's like, come right on in. So thrilled to not only be a resident and support Wayne County Humane Society, but thrilled to be in the job that I am for promoting tourism. Thrilled to work with Mark DeCracker and show all of the assets of what we have in Wayne County through Mural Mania. So I thank everyone for coming today, supporting this. I'm lucky that this is on my way home every night, and I now use this road all the time and stop and see how my cat's doing. So anyway, when I get home, I look at my cat and I tell her she's a superstar. And that she's now on a mural and she's happy as can be. So thank you again for coming.
Thank you, Christine. And the last time Christine came to on dedications, we got interrupted by a good old friend that showed up. So at least you had the whole stage to yourself today. So I'd like to invite our muralist up here, and they can say a few words about the project. That would be Cory, Christina, and Bev Owen, and myself. It's been a great team, and we hope we got some work to do on 2 other murals, so hopefully we'll be getting together soon. I'd like each one of you to say a few words about what this project's meant to you. Just go right down the line.
Well, anyways, first of all, I love dogs and cats and animals of all kinds. It doesn't even have to be a domesticated animal. I love them all. My artwork, I'm so much into eyes that I named it In the Eyes of Love. So if you ever want a card of mine, I have them in my car, and it's all about the eyes. But what this meant to me, I started it with the idea of just maybe getting 25 or 50 animals that Mark had said. And then, I'm trying to think of her name now, Betty White. Betty White passed away, and on the news they said, do the Betty White Challenge and give to your Humane Society. So I said, that's it. We got to get as many as we can so that the money can go to the Humane Society. So then my goal was 50. I got to 50, and then it went to 75, and then 80, and then someone said, why don't you go to 99? That's how old she was. So I painted, got up to 99, and then I got up to, as of yesterday, I did this little Yorkie, I got up to 119. There are 156 or more on this mural, so obviously I didn't do them all. But I was pushing myself for that purpose of the Betty White Challenge. And one more thing, wherever Marcus there is. Yes, I did help them to fix the mural that was on the Santelli building.
Yes.
And so it was in this big house, warehouse where we were working on. I guess it was.
It was a Grange, old Lions Grange, yeah.
And so they had it all done. They put it up, and I don't know if you've seen it or not, but if you go through the McDonald's drive-through, it's on the right-hand side on the Santelli building. And what Mark didn't tell you was that after he got it up, and you know it's almost 2 stories high, he said, "Can you put a couple birds on it?" So I had to get this really tall ladder in the wind like today and paint 2 birds on this mural. So yeah, that was a challenge too. But anyways, this mural means a whole lot to all of us. So no more. I'd like to have someone else come over and speak.
I'm Christina, Mural Mania, huge animal advocate. I have been known to bring home random critters on occasion, most recently a chipmunk that Mark found at the Trail of Hope and needed some assistance, and I brought to a wildlife rehabber because that's way beyond my capabilities. But I tend to bring home critters, squirrels, chipmunks, mice, whatever. But I'm also very into dog and cat rescue, and occasionally will foster for Wayne County Humane Society. So I was all in on this as well. Sorry. I couldn't think of a better way to honor our pets, our beloved pets. Like Mark said, half of everything that we raised is going to the Humane Society to continue the work that they do. Also, was really excited to put a rainbow bridge in here to honor our pets that have passed. So it's a little everything in our mural, and again, Bev said we're very proud of it, and we were happy to do it. It was a lot of fun, so that's all I got.
Hello, everybody. Kind of losing my voice a little bit. It's not COVID. But as always, I'm honored to help out Mural Mania. It's always a blessing to me, and it's like a way of therapy for me also. And we weren't sure how we were going to put these animals in to begin with. We didn't have any idea that it was going to be pets that belong to people around the area. We thought when we were doing this that perhaps it would be like standing on 2 feet, and you know, kind of like the artwork you see with the dogs playing pool and whatnot. And it just came to us one day when we were painting, you know, just like many of our ideas do, they just come to us. I don't know who came up with the idea, but it was ingenious to just, let's have everybody incorporated that belongs around the neighborhood. There are animals in here. It'd be a great idea. We could even raise money to help the Humane Society, and we did that with full-blown success. Thank you to everybody. I gotta say, my favorite one that I painted was the captain of the boat on the wheel there. And then I painted another one on the front of the bow that's saluting. And, you know, the first dog that I painted, I ended up getting COVID, so it was a challenge to get this completed in time for today. It's definitely a challenge, and I really appreciate everybody that wanted their animals in here. I had fun painting all of them that I did. I'm sure my teammates did as well, had fun with them. So it wasn't just a greed, like, give me your money, let me do this for you. It was really appreciated. It's got me through some hard times also, because it's therapeutic. I guess that the last thing I'd like to say is I really like quotes like this. I'm kind of a cheesy kind of person. If you don't know me, I like stuff like that all the time. And I believe it was Mark that told us to go ahead and put that on there. It took some time to do it because it was raining off and on, but we still got to touch it up a little bit, but it's readable now, so I guess that's it. Thank you all.
Thank you, Cory. Cory and I met first time 2019, putting up the Rose Parade mural in Newark. And I don't know if you heard that news, but a couple months ago, some vandalism happened to it. And we just cares that we went over and cleaned it up, and we're still touching up that. So hopefully we'll have dedication. Whenever it was dedicated, a beautiful mural from 18 and 19. So I just want to say a couple other short stories about the captain. Was actually the photo we got these photo references, and it was on a crate. It was one of those excitable 1-year-old dogs that's on the crate. And I said, Cory, I'm going to make the dog the captain. So there's many more stories, and yes, there is a true story. We had just the first week in November, we put a feeler out. Anybody want to sponsor their dogs and cats? I put it on Facebook. Well, then my first message was I got 4 dogs. Can I bring them in and model for you? Because it's Bernese Mountain Dog. So he's going to be pulling the boat. We have to put that rope in there yet. So she came in with a mask on. We took our photos, got our references, and about November 5th, she says, I got COVID, and we got COVID. And it didn't stop there, because my sponsor for my COVID, back when they had people call you, I says, how'd you get COVID? Well, we were painting a mural, and I told the whole story. And she said, can I have my mural, or my dog in the mural? So the COVID dog is right there. There's like 3 or 4 of them in here. So how cool, it's just like a full story here. So anyway, so those are great, and I just wanted, I don't know if I could say it now, but I let Pam speak, because I know she probably run, but I can talk about some of our sponsors afterwards. It's like Pam Helming, I was out in Colorado Center, I called her assistant and says, can you show up? And I'm thinking, you need to have 3 months planning for this stuff. And she's here today. It's awesome. So thank you for coming today.
Thank you, Mark. Good afternoon, everyone. Did I just almost trip you?
No, we're good.
Again, I want to say thank you so much for having me here today and giving me this opportunity. To the artist, I can't thank you enough. You put together, utilizing your artistic skills, your compassion, your passion. This mural is it's absolutely breathtaking. It's stunning, and I can't thank you enough. And what a wonderful way to give back to the Humane Society. So thank you for that. To Mark Pleiter, Mark DeCracker, thank you for working together to make this possible. It is, as I said, truly special for the Humane Society, but also, as we heard earlier, how important it is to Wayne County tourism as well. And again, I think it was Mark Pleiter who talked about this is a wonderful way, a beautiful way to honor the nearly 40,000 animals that have come to the Wayne County Humane Society over the last 32 years. My husband, Gary, who's here with me, and we walked through the shelter before the start of this event, and it is heartbreaking. It's emotional, right, to see the animals here. But I have to remind myself that these animals are here for a reason. You know, they've been through some hard times, but at least once they get here, they get the compassionate care that they need. They get comfort, they get love, they get food and shelter, and whatever we can do, whatever as I can do as a state senator to support these animals, I am committed to doing. And on that note, Mark Pleiter mentioned some of the legislation that I've been proud to support. But in Albany, we get hammered. We get hundreds and hundreds of bills to review and to read. And sometimes it's impossible to know which ones are important and how important they are to your constituents. And one way I learn what's important is people reach out to me. And I want to give a huge shout out to Mark Pleiter, because not only does he pick up the phone to share information about pending legislation that'll be moving forward, but he also makes trips to Albany, and he meets not only with me, but all of our elected officials to be a strong advocate for the animals. His passion and compassion for the Humane Society, it goes beyond any words I could share with you. I think we owe him a round of applause. And Mark, that goes for your team as well. I got to meet several of the employees here and your volunteers. Thank you to all of you and the great work you do. And to everyone who supports the shelter, thank you. It's this grassroots support that really makes things happen, that allows us to care for our animals, our beloved pets, our members of our family, as we should. So again, Mark DeCracker, thank you for the incredible work you're doing throughout the county. I'm trying to think if there's even a community in Wayne County that I represent that doesn't have a mural. They're just outstanding and beautiful. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Pam. So we are closing a few of those gaps. Right now we're working on one. Sodas already has one, but did you know that there was a tightrope walker in Sodas named Prince Nelson that walked across the tightrope in 1910? Across the street, 3 stories high. That would be up sometime soon. And did you know about Butler, New York? You know where Butler is? It's north of Savannah. The first woman preacher in the United States, Antoinette Brown, and Samuel Ward, the first black preacher in 1840, they were preachers at that church. How progressive is that? Just think about that and what we went through in 2020. Wayne County, come on, this is great history. So that will be going up sometime, probably in August. So I just want to say a little thank you to some of our sponsors. Golden Paint, it's best paint in the world. Cory will attest to that. Because he gave him some white gold and he started painting. Oh, this is so much better. So they've really helped us out. We buy paint from them, but they also sponsor us, and so it's great. And it's good stuff. So, like I said, we started in 2007, and we've been, and then we had that mural dedication, and it led to a whole bunch of murals up and down the Erie Canal. And it was. I like to shout out to my friend Noel Dobbins. He's in here someplace. But that's his kids. And we started a program called Mini Mural Mania. And those kids are now graduate students and running lacrosse teams. And they were there at the beginning. Noel had a scleroderma. I'm wearing this shirt today. He was missing, had 3 prosthetics. But the spirit that guy had was amazing, and it carries on to this day. I swear that he's watching over. We put up the McDonald's mural in 2010, and the Scenic Byway Network calls us, can we do a show on you guys? Right when we put the mural up. I said, that's pretty cool. And there's some other things. Everybody knows these amazing stories along the way. So shout out to Noel. You're watching down. Thank you very much. And there's another mural we had sponsored right out there. Patty Olina had us paint the peppermint mural in 2008. James Eager did that one. So it's a highlight of the bicycle when they come through on the Erie Canal tour. In fact, I think they see 1, 2, there's like 4 murals right in that little corridor there. We even got Harriet Tubman on the North Star on the backside of that abutment down there. So it's been a great journey, and most of these murals cover your district because we actually go from Fairport straight to Syracuse. Every community along the Erie Canal is a mural, but there's Seaway murals and everything else. So it's been nice. I'd like to thank everybody for the sponsorship for over the years here. One of the things, some of the stories, I would get emails from people about having my dog or cat in the Rainbow Bridge, or can I sponsor it? So at this time, if anybody would like to share their adoption story of what adopting a dog and cat from here meant to you, please come up and say a few words. Anybody?
Hi, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Stephanie Cooper. I'm the president of the Humane Society of Wayne County. I've been that for almost 20 years. I've been located with this organization for 25. My adoption story is if any of you ever met Mick, the white husky, he came in severely heartworm positive in 2008. He went out to a foster care because we can't keep these animals here. They have to be very quiet in a low energy system. The people couldn't keep him. My husband and I had foster care kittens since 2005, absolutely adored it, but we'd never done a dog. So we said, well, you know what, we can't go out there and preach what we're doing at the Humane Society unless we're doing it. So we decided we'd take Mick for the second time. Well, we had Mick for about 4 months. We adopted him. My husband turned 50 that spring, so Mick qualified for adult companion. So Mick went through our Charlie's Fund because he was ill. He went through our adult companion program, and he qualified for some other programs that we had. So Mick then became the ambassador to the Humane Society. He would go every couple times to the Lions Farm Market. He would go to Mudstra. He would go everywhere. Everybody, even if they were afraid of dogs, would come up and say, "Can I pet your white husky?" He had sapphire blue eyes, absolutely gorgeous dog. We were very fortunate to have him for 10 years. And he made a huge difference in the Humane Society and all their events. And I'm going to have a hard time getting another one. But you know what? He did make a difference. And actually, when he did pass away, he raised a lot of money for the Humane Society and our Charlie's Fund.
Is there anybody else?
Oh, he's making you.
Line up. That's okay.
So bear with me.
Don't cry.
So we adopted the boxer with the green collar. Seriously. This is my plug for adopting senior pets. Diesel was 8 when we adopted it. And those are all my wishes. I think I'm gonna have to. So Mark actually wrote this, and it was in the newsletter. To the man that so callously discarded you 5 years ago, please know that I've held you in contempt for a long time. Yesterday, we put our dog down. You weren't there, but I thought of you. Diesel lived the life that you should have given him in the first place. Your selfish act resulted in one of the happiest times in my family. Gosh. You gave us one of the best gifts that anyone could have ever given. Diesel made us better. See you again, buddy. We will love you forever. While the reasons are varied, death in the family, new baby, moving, the shelter typically has senior dogs and cats available for adoption. No fault of their own, senior animals can wait far longer than others to find their forever home. Please take a look at the older animals in the shelter, the ones that deserve to live out their golden years with a compassionate and caring family.
Good. Kim?
This is Shylock. Shylock was about 13 years old when I had to put her down. She came here with a mother and 4 other puppies, and she was about 42 pounds as a puppy. They had to physically take them apart and put them in other areas and kennels because they were such a mess. Her one sister got put down because she wouldn't eat or drink. Shylock and her mother were the worst off of the ones that were left, and I spent a month and a half in her kennel because Mark saw a sucker coming and said, "This dog." So I sat with her, she ignored me, she tried to go through the concrete, she wanted nothing to do with me, and after a month and a half she looked at me and sniffed, and she went home with me. When we took her for her first walk on the grounds here, she was slinking, and I said to my husband, "What's wrong with her?" And he said, lived under a mobile home, is my understanding, and she was scared of everything but farm tractors. We got her in the winter. She was scared of snow, birds. She disappeared for a week and a half, and I had not bonded with her yet. I didn't think. Mark gave me this huge crate, have a heart crate, and it took 2 weeks to catch her. In the meantime, we would hear coyotes. It rained, it snowed. She had a harness on. We never thought we'd see her again. 13 years with her. It's just wonderful. So when she went, we got Maxwell, and we've had him 2 years.
Thank you, Kim. That was very moving. Anybody else? Okay, and then we have.
I just want to say something really short. You know, dogs are really very unconditional. I mean, you can mistreat them and they'll come turning right back to you and say, please pet me, after you hurt them. You know, I mean, they're just so unconditional. And their love is constant. And if you spell dog backwards, yeah, you got it.
I like the touch of people who have pencils in their hair, but Bev's got a paintbrush. I love it. So, without further ado, it's time. I think anybody else has anything to say. We talked about our summer murals. It's time to cut the plaque or look at the plaque here. So I just got to frame my camera in. Hold on, I'll be right back. It's one of those things when you're on vacation that you send an email out, you think you got the plaque all set to pick up, and the guy goes, I don't have it ready for you. So yesterday I went over to Auburn and picked this up from Farm Boys Graphics. They did an awesome job. 1, 2, 3. All right, there she is. All right. So everybody can please come up and visit your dogs and cats and look them all over and read the mirror or the plaque and everything. And I'd like again to thank everybody for coming out today and for this dedication. A little windy, but it's not too hot. So thank you again for everything.
Thank you. Thank you.